They knew you were casting and said, let's take them both away from Jackie. You got Mute, you got Thatcher. Of course, I still got things like the smoke in play, but...
Gosh, you to build a wall. What have you done? So, I'm really sorry. Ooh! Oh my god, what is Lenda doing? Goodbye in the angle behind the shield. A common one, and he scoped out. Saves goes down as well, and it's just left on 2 men, Nath and Blurr. And this round could be over in a blur. A blink of an eye and it could all be gone for Navi in the opener unless they can somehow clutch onto it. Spot towards the stairway. Blurr not looking fabulous as he will be dropped by Fntzy. And all of a sudden, it's left on 1 man, the Lord and Savior.
Now, he definitely saw him out there as well, but I think the smoke just masked you for a couple of seconds. They have no idea he's here. Easiest kill in the world. Wants to swing out for the second as Highs finds one back. Another Lion Scan coming out. He's laid down under the table. Ready and waiting. A 3 versus 2 for Navi and 10 seconds to play. C4 coming out. Whiffs a little bit. Not quite connecting on the ceiling as Miracle bursts his way down Spiral. Looking for one more to get the fight back in. But saves. Superman himself saves the round with a 3K. Navi will take round number 2. Jackie will 1 for 1. It's looking structured. It is focused on the execute. And for me, that's always a good sign of a structured team. One that looks instead for the plants rather than just going for kills. I tell you what, saves his soul.
Forced to reposition because the jig is up.
And speaking of jig, the C4 is also up to the sky. Highs taken out from. He's undroned and he stung him in the tail. At least here, he's dead and off the board, but you've got to start worrying about others. Secretly, might be one of those players. Lenda taken out.
Fntzy as well with the timing. Dropped down, almost repositioned. Had a sneaking suspicion that Doki was coming, but his position compromised. And now so is his life. All on Rare. Will the man be a job well done? Or will it be just that? Left Rare. Pushes out with 30 seconds on the clock. Paranoid about the peek to the left. Tries to clear the angle. Bit of a pre-fire. Comes out. Flicks back. Doki's there. Keeping him locked in. Comes in for the first. Beheads Blur. Bides his time as well. Goes in with the diffuser. Trying to get the plant off. But the peek from Secretly is all that's required. As Big Papa Pump says hello.
Big Papa Pump. Tim told me about this. Why 5?
I don't know. It was just the only number I could think of. Luckily, Doki, though, he's thinking of numbers. He's going to be able to...
Unfortunate, they can get one open. Oh, and it gets impacted out by saves. That's big. It's going to stay closed, but the frags aren't going to stay closed. 2 coming up on the board for FURIA as they're crouch walking their way through to the side. They see the man. That is a wicked shot from Fntzy. Finding yet another 3 versus 2. Saves bringing one back on the other side. Makes it a second. It's again Jackie. Saves, saving the round. Seen by Highs up on yellow. Now we've got a 1 versus 1.
And now he's got to be quick about this. Tries to get the diffuser down. Nath coming back round on the flank. Actually pulls off it. Wanted to go for the frag nades, but he baits him out. He's going to hold on the doorway. The spam comes through. Highs! How on earth has he been able to snatch that one away? He's just a really crazy kid, I guess.
Just why not stick some magnesium on the eyeballs. Oh, Doki landing a few bullets on the eyeballs of Lenda. Instant headshot coming through. A second out for Nath. 2 in.
Get his teammate back on his feet. So Rare, at least back in the game for now.
Here we go, the push-up coming in from Doki. Honestly, this man is a little rat, running up and down stairways here and finding everything that he wants. 2 kills, 1 coming out the garage door, 1 coming up yellow. Keeping them guessing for sure, and finally...
We get into the last 15 seconds of the round. Miracle. He's on his advance. Comes around the corner. Issue is Blur's waiting, and Nath's there to clean up on the last man. Just like that, they get dropped. FURIA suffering for some success.
Just out Fntzy here. That'll hit them hard on the flank. Scan coming in. Can't move just yet, but this is where he can strike Jackie.
Through the smoke, here we go. Saves. Can he be the silent assassin that they need? 2 headshots onto the back of Fntzy. And see you later, Lenda. As the treacherous triple kill comes out, the man is absolutely popping off. And all of a sudden, we're left with 1 man. The king of the jungle, but not the king here. See you later, Lion, as Blurrs finishes him off, peeking over the banister.
I don't think so, then backed away. But look at this. On the left-hand side, there is someone watching that window, daring Lenda to strike out that he hasn't seen. It's Secretly. Fntzy's out, and there we go. Secretly, the silent watchman off to the left-hand side.
But barely. Fntzy on the reposition. Clearing through the offices. Easy chest shot onto Blur. He was so low, you could have sneezed near to take him down. Saves with a switch up as well. Lovely little headshot back onto Fntzy. So much time could be burnt off the clock here. Secretly, finally in position with a thermite charge. Blows the back off. Talking of blowing up, though. Good.
And step in, but you will be challenged. He's looking for the man at the back. Out comes one swing. He could try and go near for a plant if he really wants to, but shut down by Miracle, who's playing off towards the left of Rare right here. There's 1 more left. It's an easy closeout for Rare. FURIA taking round 7. I think stepping forward.
Ooh.
Yellow going to be the point of focus, and Fntzy just gats Doki down before he can even step in.
Paranoid about the cameras, so we'll start to rip them down. 30 seconds left. Saves. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Hits the headshot back onto Fntzy and gives them a slight opening. It's a crack. If they can somehow drive a screwdriver in there and crack it wide open, there might still be a chance. 20 seconds left. They're going to have to be fast about this one.
They are. It's going to be panic stations now as well, because you're down to a point where these yokai drones, have been speaking about them all around, can strike big unless they can kill Highs. That might be a thing. Actually, it's Highs taking the challenge. Of course he would. Why wouldn't he? C4 comes out. Yokais are still intact. Saves has got to go for frags, and with 4 seconds on the clock, it's simply not going to be a thing. FURIA with a nice rock-solid defense there. The coconut, a little bit too hard to crack with that screwdriver, Jackie. Patient level of things they're looking towards. Saves the one currently playing by this front door with Blurr as a bit of support. Doki off towards the left, and Nath finds Fntzy. That's a bit of a reversal of fortunes. That, I think, actually, is Fntzy's first opening death in the game.
Ooh, Lenda, he's pulling out the hand cannon. The Deagle with a headshot. Smooth frag to find. Does take a little bit of damage as he sprints out of there as well, but he's skedaddled to safety. Bathrooms. He'll hold the angle, tries to spam down. Few tags, but no frag. Rare, on the other hand, pulls out the MP5 slays from far away as Doki's done. Miracle on the murderous spree. Takes down Nath as well, and it's all on Blurr in a 1v3.
Rare from above to collect that final kill. They did not expect him to be sat there behind the soft wall inside a back.
Putting up those hatches, doing a small amount of renovation. We could see some rambunctious play here, though. Doki on the sprint down the stairs, holds on the close angle whilst his teammates get involved in a little bit of chaos as well. They do have a big edge to work with here. 40 seconds on the clock. Doki goes in. And Doki hits a smooth headshot, stays alive as well. Barely. Somehow been blessed to keep his heart pounding in his chest. With 30 seconds left, Des, all they've got to do is find 2 more Brazilians.
Try and find both in one. Gets a shotgun through the wall.
What?
Oh my God, Miracle's just gone massive. Rare finds a 2K as well. Saves is the only one left alive. This is going to be problematic at this stage. For Navi, I don't see them walking away with the win with 15 seconds to go. Saves has got to do something big.
Oh my goodness. He's predicting the future as he comes round the corner, hits the headshot onto Miracle, switches back to the primary. 7 seconds. Let's start to speed this one up. Jumps out, peers over the bonnet of the car. Couldn't quite connect it. Rare's going to take him down, and FURIA, they get to match point. Sick.
No.
Oh yeah. Saves with swagger. He's been the one stunning Lenda though. Oh my. See you later, Doki. He has just been uppercut.
Drop to be able to snap the head off someone.
Final 25 seconds. Lenda still showing his level of lethality as he rips his way through saves, dropping us back into a raw 3-on-3. 15 seconds to work with. Do or die for Navi. Lose this round, lose the game. Nath tries to step it up, comes flying in through the window like the SAS, and he is going to be blessed. Double kill, all on one man now. Lenda, he's already done so much into the round, but he's got to get the ace to shut it down. Sprints his way forward, causes a bit of commotion, flicks round on the close angle, but he loses it. Secret. Right. You've got 44 seconds at the minute. Navi's looking like what happens when you get to the end of the butter. They are spread thin. Luckily, though, Nath buttering up for a nice
down. They've got away with it. Navi have done the hard part, and now it gets even harder. C4 coming out over the top, gets smoked out for good measure. One goes down, but the diffuser is on the ground. Saves, finding Rare. Lenda's off the field. Who's going to go big for the side of FURIA? Because whoever it is needs to make themselves known and stand up right now. Another one for Saves. Miracle. He needs to pull off a Miracle in a 1 versus 3 if he's going to keep this one alive. There's one above. There's 2 towards Spiral. I don't think he can do it. He's a lick away from death. Finds one onto Blurr, who's not had the best game himself so far, but with 10 seconds left, he can't get the kills. He can't get the defuse. Overtime is on the cards, Jackie.
Woo.
And on the attack as well, you've lost your heart breach. Yes, you're not attacking onto the downstairs side, so it's far from the end of the world, but Nath strikes big. Fntzy no longer living in a fantasy, but instead a nightmare, loses his head. 5-3 for Navi and 30 seconds to play. You're not going to be worried about this. Lenda charging his way forward. He is the man of the hour. 13 kills to his name. Secretly goes a little bit bigger. 2 kills come flying through, but is it going to be enough? Miracle onto a slither of HP. Highs taken down. Navi might have just done enough here. They get themselves towards the finish line. One more round. A good shot from Miracle, but I don't think he finds everything that he needs here. Can't quite finish the kill. The diffuser is cold on the ground. Navi take the round, and FURIA have one last chance to get themselves those 2 points.
They recently had it tuned and they want to keep it in their possession. Issue is, though, Navi looking like a team possessed. Oh, Blur! He's been turned into a ghost. He'll be left side flying their flag high, besting the Brazilians. Fntzy waiting behind the shield. Let's see if he can shill himself into this one. Peers round on the corner. His teammates dying around him. Highs is the first to fall. Back down onto the ground. Fntzy clamoring on, hoping to hit the shot, but instead it's the rest of the boys that make the business. The swing comes out. Navi with 2. Back on Fntzy with a final headshot onto Saves. 2 seconds on the round. It can't be done as FURIA pick it up and take us all the way to a 7-7.
City out towards Yellow Stairs. One more out towards Main and gets away with it as well. Lenda is getting the plant down in a 5 versus 5. Oof. How can Navi let it happen? He gets pulled off at the last second. The Yokai coming out. He's stuck in the smoke. He's just to his left-hand side. That could be a lot of damage if Lenda gets away with another plant.
The final 25 seconds. It all comes down to this. Blur busts the doors clean off as he hits the first onto Lenda, leaving him laid down. Rare with 1. The team kill comes out for Navi. Absolute nonsense. It's left them in a rough position. A 2v3. 10 seconds on the clock. FURIA, they got to get the diffuser down and keep their players alive. Nath, though, wants to make himself up for his sins. Finds the flick back onto Miracle, secretly traded. Nath, no feud, but it's all on Rare. The flick up with a 5-7, see you later, takes it square. FURIA have done it.
Unbelievable that it would come down to a 1 versus 1 in round 15, and it's rare. It's rare to see him having the big